Hello there, everyone. You may have noticed I've been a lot more quiet than I normally am. This year has been tough. This last 6 months has been really tough. I've been called a human trafficker. I was put on blast to 12,000 people. That opened the door to the homophobes calling me a groomer. Our Discord was invaded by someone who was just really upsetting because I made the Discord open to the public as a safe place for queer people to go because social media is just becoming worse and worse and worse. And it was invaded by one of those people. I kicked them off. Then they entered my DMs on Twitter, threatened violence against me and my family, and it's been a lot. Videos have been made, which are funny, and I have a good time with them. But those stupid videos from that stupid person tend to open up other doors. And I've been quiet, and I've been rethinking my relationship with social media.
Disney has a gay Star Wars agenda. They target small gay creators, connecting them with other shills, giving them perks, inviting them to premieres, in an effort to reach more fans from the LGBTQ community. These channels heavily promote the bastardization of Star Wars by twisting the canon to fit inside a queer lens. They queer-splain every element, demand representation, and constantly fight to change the sexuality of characters that have been around for 40 plus years. I am Darth Melvin, leader of the Knights of Melvin. I recognized what Disney was doing and decided to act. I noticed the channels That Gay Jedi and Pink Milk over a year ago. They were small, under 1,000 subscribers. Now many would say I'm targeting these channels and that I'm being a bigot. These aren't just Star Wars creators that happen to be gay. They are gay Star Wars creators that actively take part in changing Star Wars to fit their lifestyle. They take a character like Boba Fett and claim him as gay. There's plenty of evidence from the expanded universe that states he's not, but evidence doesn't matter. You are not allowed to disagree with them when they claim a character. If you do, you are slandered with names and subject to cancellation. Star Wars Sexplained, the biggest Disney shill channel, was aware of them, has promoted them. These channels had a panel at Star Wars Celebration 2022. Disney was aware of them, so much that they invited them to the Andor premiere. Here they are, palling around with the shill elites. I couldn't help but wonder why these small channels were given this kind of special treatment. This is not something that is done regularly. There's many small creators that would love to be given the same benefits. The only thing that stood out with these channels was their homosexuality. Disney, a very liberal corporation.
My, not at all secret gay agenda.
Disney, focused on inserting queerness into their programming.
My, not at all secret gay agenda.
Disney, that hires activists to write and direct their content.
My, not at all secret gay agenda.
It's obvious Disney saw value in these channels. Disney has a gay Star Wars agenda. I first became aware of the Star Wars drag panel in January 2023. This was brought to my attention by Open Airlock Policy. So this is That Gay Jedi. He is gay, and he claims to be a Jedi, but he's not. His force powers are fake news. And he's a giant Disney shill. I'm humbled, grateful, and over the forest moons to announce that my Star Wars Celebration panel with pencil scratching and stupid guy titled Star Wars is a drag. Exploring Star Wars through the art of drag has been officially approved. We can't wait to share this with you all. Everyone was very shocked on Twitter, but I wasn't. I knew these channels. I saw what was going on across the country. Drag Queen Story Hour being heavily promoted. The sexualization of children. A Star Wars drag panel at Star Wars Celebration was very fitting in being the next step of Disney's gay Star Wars agenda. And then here, fucking ridiculous, or Padme Amidala's drag as self-empowerment. So I guess Padme Amidala is a man. Sorry, Anakin Skywalker. Your girlfriend is a total dude.
It's not fair.
I know, it isn't fair. I mean, you tapped that ass, and it's like, you didn't even know it was dude.
I don't like sand.
Exactly. So I feel for you, bro.
Already on the live stream, I was plotting to expose this to the Star Wars fandom.
That gay Jedi, he fucking throws it right in your face and says, Luke is gay, Lando's gay, Han Solo's gay. Han Solo took it in the ass. That's what he does on his channel, and he's going to get exposed. He's going to get exposed badly.
I was going to red pill everyone to what was going on, that this drag panel was much deeper than people realized, that there was indeed a Disney Star Wars gay hierarchy.
Disney has been pushing this guy from the very beginning. And if you look on his tweet, the official Star Wars Twitter responded to this. So they're collabing together. And then he goes on a stream with Molly Damon today of Star Wars Sexplained. And it's like, this is not a coincidence. This isn't just some guy who's like super creative, made a channel, and then Disney took notice. It's like, whoa, wow, this guy's a good YouTuber. No, they saw this guy and they saw that he was gay and they want to reach a gay audience. It's fake news. Star Wars is not drag. Star Wars is not gay. It's fucking Star Wars. But it's not Star Wars anymore. It's Disney Star Wars.
February 19th, 2023, I released my video. That Gay Jedi is a Disney shill, Star Wars Celebration drag panel, Disney's gay agenda exposed. This 44-minute video covered everything. Who these channels were, exposing fake victim Twitter behavior, revealing how official Disney Star Wars accounts interact with them.
Oh. My
Hello, Star Wars.
God.
No.
Hello there.
What's going on, friends? And the official Disney Star Wars YouTube account commented on their stream. I've never seen this before. What was the official Star Wars account doing in the live chat? And providing examples of how ridiculous the concept of queer-splaining Star Wars is. I made my own gay video, making up anything I deem to be queer. Qui-Gon Jinn was never allowed to sit on the Jedi Council because he was gay. He didn't align with the bigoted views of the Jedi Order. He had an intimate relationship with his apprentice Obi-Wan Kenobi that was forbidden. Also, Qui-Gon was a great dresser. They were just a little jelly. In Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan Kenobi jumps out the window and it represents his queer identity. He's outed. He's been out of the closet for years. He doesn't hesitate to jump right out the window. Anakin, however, he doesn't jump out the window because he's still closeted. And it sums up his inner rage and struggles throughout the next two films, because he is in the closet. He goes and finds a speeder in line with social norms, unlike Obi-Wan, who embraces his queerness, jumps out the window, which is a metaphor for closet. And in Empire Strikes Back, Yoda is nibbling on Luke Skywalker's dinner, which looks like a penis. A small penis.
It was a fantastic penis that seemed as strong as a horse's leg, yet as delicate as a flower wrapped in silk. What a grand, grand penis.
I exposed the weird obsession they have with shipping characters.
Din Cobb Unite, it's going to be, yes! See? They are real, it's coming, and it's gonna happen. Yes! We here at Pink Milk believe that all ships are valid.
I ship them, sorry I do. I love Obi Leia. I know I'm the worst Star Wars fan ever, but I adore it. It's so sweet. Obi-Wan would feel so guilty, and I love that. Oh my god,
Ship who you want. All ships are valid.
This is a child. These people are in fucking sane.
Because in my head canon, Poe is pansexual, and all of the things
Poe and Finn are so gay for each other. I ship them so hard. So hard.
The Hadley Boys, two young whippersnappers that love to ship Star Wars characters. Hey, I think I'm getting a ship. Mace Windu and Owen Lars. Oh yeah, that's very queer. Oh, interracial representation. Yeah, it's a good ship. Hey, I'm getting a raging ship. Count Dooku and Anakin Skywalker. Oh yeah. The chosen ship. Let's go with your ship.
Godspeed.
Some may think it's harmless to queer-splain Star Wars characters, but where do you draw the line? My video touches on that as well.
Boba Fett's sexuality has never been specifically stated in canon. Yeah, he could be bisexual, but he could also be trans-species and identify as a crocodile. It's never been stated in canon. He could be a rabbit or a Gungan. What happens if someone comes along, calls themselves trans-species Jedi, who species-plain Star Wars, starts pushing videos that Luke is a Gungan? Species is a social construct.
Misa Luke Skywalker, Misa here to rescue you.
You have learned much, young one.
You shall find Misa full of surprises. Oh, woo! Misa a Gungan. Like my father before Misa.
And you might be saying, Darth Melvin, that's ridiculous! Luke Skywalker isn't a Gungan! He's not trans-species!
Well, too bad. Oh well. Maybe there are more coming. I don't know.
We'll keep going.
Princess Leia kind of reminds me of a cat. She displays a feline personality. Han Solo, it's my headcanon that he identifies as a penguin.
Fredo's gonna leave without giving you a goodbye kiss?
I just assumed he's a Wookiee.
I can arrange that. You can use a good kiss!
She can use a good kiss. I'm a penguin.
Sorry, this is Star Wars now. Disney's going to hire even more progressive writers to species wash all the characters you love. Everyone wins, right? Because a tiny percentage of people want this to happen. This is Star Wars. There is no drag in Star Wars. The panel is a complete waste of time. It is just an excuse to normalize queerness, to normalize drag queens. That gay Jedi says this isn't a political agenda when it clearly is. That gay Jedi is a liar. That gay Jedi and Pink Milk are fake fans. The Disney Star Wars gay agenda has been exposed. The video was a success. It didn't get as many views as I'd liked. But most importantly, the Disney shills covered in the video saw it, and they were triggered. I made another video a month later. Pink Milk had a Star Wars meltdown. Star Wars Celebration 2023 drag panel. I was blocked on Twitter before I released the video, along with many others. February 19th, my video was released. Pink Milk also had a large part in the video. Over the next couple days, Pink Milk continued to bait people, just like it was presented in the video. 2025, I'm going to plan Star Wars' biggest, gayest, most fabulous ball ever. Star Wars Celebration will be covered in glitter rainbows. The homophobes can all cry on the sidewalk, the internet, and their way to popular YouTube channels. See you then! I cannot wait for tomorrow. The Mandalorian is back, baby, and it's better when it's gay. I don't think the Mandalorian is gay. Well, tune in and find out why he is all capitals. I'm pretty open to most Star Wars thoughts, except for two. Din Djarin is gay, a homosexual man. Specifically, Boba Fett also gay, a bisexual man. Specifically, if you don't agree, you're just wrong. It was February 23rd, and I noticed that Pink Milk was baiting people just like I showcased my video. So I felt like sharing my video in the replies. This got Pink Milk's attention. Thank you for that video. It was hilarious. And I appreciate you helping me promote responsible popper usage. I didn't buy for 1 second he thought the video was hilarious. His reply indicated he was triggered. So I replied with a classic Melvin gif. you are a fake fan. I knew this would bait him into revealing how triggered he was by the video. Pink Milk replied, "Yeah, I do it for the money. I'm hoping to buy myself a fancy mask and voice modulator because I too love drag." Later that night, that gay Jedi changed his Twitter header to the thumbnail of my video. And it wasn't just him. Pink Milk changed his as well. The timing of this wasn't done after my video. This was done a few hours after I had a little run-in with Pink Milk on Twitter. The two of them discussed it, and because they were so triggered, they colluded and both changed their Twitter headers. Yeah, now I had to do it to him. I guess this is supposed to be a way of getting back at me. All they're doing is posting their L. They got destroyed in that video. They got called out in an epic fashion where there was no defense and no response. They got Melvined.
So now I'm paying $100 a year to have blockchains. Hopefully I can become a little bit more untouchable. I'm doing that because of safety, and that's just a wild concept.
He says the hate is so bad coming his way, he needs to pay money to operate on blockchains.
Oh, also, if you're a hater, keep hating, because at this point it is like fueling me in such a deeply spiritual, profound, and political way. So like, keep it coming, girl. It's a good charge for my batteries.
A little fight now. I like that.
This video was released on March 3rd, celebrating the 2-year anniversary of his channel, and he was triggered.
The whole experience so far has like changed me. Like, it's changed me.
He's so big mad that he's no longer going to exclusively cover Star Wars on the channel.
Kind of want to make content about things outside of this one thing that I love that I'm just getting attacked for no reason.
He got backlash because there's no drag in Star Wars, and surely he knows it. That's why he's going to cover other topics he's way more passionate about: homosexuality and virtue signaling. I even pointed out he missed a very significant change in Disney Star Wars canon.
I've heard a lot of noise, some good, some not so good, about Luke Skywalker's perceived and or somewhat canonically confirmed queerness. So I will be finally doing a seems gay video on Luke Skywalker.
That gay Jedi is not even good at queer-splaining Star Wars. This Luke Skywalker story was released over a year ago, and he had no idea. Him and his friend Pink Milk are queer-splaining Star Wars, shipping characters. There's content on his channel discussing Luke and his homosexuality.
Luke's gay vibes in Return of the Jedi are huge contributors to the whole movie reading so queer.
Yet, he completely missed the short story Luke on the Bright Side. It was written by the famous nutjob Sam Maggs too. There's no excuse. None of his friends or fans notified him as well. Not only he's a fake Star Wars fan, he's a fake Disney Star Wars fan. His channel is not designed to discuss Star Wars, it's designed to push queerness. That's why he's having a drag panel at Star Wars Celebration, so he can push his political agenda. Pink Milk took it even worse and had a complete Star Wars meltdown. Says the drag person who made a 45-minute video about me. I never heard of you, and now you're my new fave. I had a piece of art from my Mandalorian review that made a perfect reply. Clearly you are #BigMad. The Star Wars fandom needs to know what's going on at Star Wars Celebration. Your drag panel's fake news. You're a Disney shill. You've been exposed. Pray I don't alter the exposing any further. Pink Milk and all these people that check a box, they feel entitled. They feel there's a special set of rules for them. There isn't. Pink Milk got called out, and he had a complete Star Wars meltdown. Telsa explained and your friends at Disney, nothing will stop the Knights of Melvin. The shills were exposed, but the drag panel went on. The only thing left to do was react to the drag panel. We are here to react to the Star Wars drag panel. That's what we're going to be doing here. Just going to wait for a few more people to get in, and we're going to get jiggy with it.
I don't know. This panel has had, I don't know how many people are aware, it's had a little bit of a journey in terms of reception online. And
yeah, everyone's really been excited for it. Only positive things.
Only positive things. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You know, homophobia has been eradicated.
So they're already saying, oh, okay, yeah, homophobia, drag panel Star Wars, which there's no drag in Star Wars. If you disagree with it, it's homophobic. So they're already putting that out there. And I can't believe I saw the pictures. There's actually a room full of people who are like, whoa, this is an interesting topic. Drag in Star Wars? Oh, let's check it out. So, like, the room is actually filled.
So, have you ever noticed that, like, Star Wars, it's like, seems, well, this is a little bit gay sometimes.
I completely disagree with that.
It actually has informed a lot of our own queer journeys. I mean, I attribute Star Wars, and specifically the character like Rey, to be sort of a milestone in my own like navigation of like discovering and exploring my non-binary identity.
It's funny how he said he identifies with Rey. Out of all the characters, Rey.
And I'd also like to thank Hayden Christensen for his contribution to my discovery. So, what kind of nonsense is this?
Hairspray is still a thing. That is a famous musical with a famous drag character that is still on my thing right
Famous
now.
drag character. I love drag a lot. Drag is great. It's in Star Wars.
We see this in prima donnas in opera. They will very much
it's an opera. It's an opera. Yeah.
Less about.
Okay, so then we're gonna fast forward pretty far. More recently in.
We're gonna fast forward pretty far.
The American drag scene.
I'm already like zoning out. So they're going over the history of drag, which has nothing to do with Star Wars.
Because by doing
maybe get a fucking job instead of like taking 2 months to put this panel together.
And when we first meet her, like, she's in probably the draggiest outfit in the entirety of the Star Wars, like the full headpiece. Like, ma'am, how long did it take you to get ready for this outfit? Because she was like, I need to serve my people and looks.
And there's so many like kind of like these obvious drag moments in the sequels. And then we like landed on
drag moments in the sequels.
And we were like,
frankly, I want them to do a mini series of the two of them going on a Cabo vacation. Ooh. And I want Matt to be able to come by and be like, oh, go read it.
Oh, this girl's so funny.
And before we move on to the original trilogy, we have to speak
Deku Jedi's twacked out of his mind.
Drag performance of the prequels, being the duel on Mustafar. The coordination of that duel. Only a drag queen and king and in between can do that. The flips
and the tricks. It's like literally they're doing NSYNC choreography while like fighting. I'm obsessed with this. We were talking about this when we were planning the panel, and I was like, I think that you can actually put that entire fight sequence to 3 by Britney Spears, and it would probably match up perfectly.
And if we don't do that by the end of this weekend, we failed. What else is drag about the duel on Mustafar? I mean, the absurdness of swinging lightsabers and not hitting each other. The hand thing.
The hand thing.
Yeah, that.
I mean, not to be controversial, but I think the sequels get a lot of hate. Right. And like, I think, especially when we look at the basis of these characters, they have these incredible complexities in a way.
The guy's fucking high out of his mind. Look at him drink the water. Look at him drink the water.
Especially when we look at the basis of these characters, they have these incredible complexities. In a way, like specifically, I think she's just, like you said, she's just so...
To me, it's sort of like, I'm so sorry, like so close off to this corner. I'm so sorry. Okay.
What the fuck did he just do?
Well, we talked about maybe sitting on each end of the table.
Yeah.
Just
I'm telling you, this guy's quacked out of his mind.
Also, I have to say, Maz's castle, like, that is another. Getting that.
Drag drag in Star Wars. This is the Star Wars drag panel. This was approved by Circus Film.
It's kind of like that horizontal oppression thing where it's like queer people just policing the crap out of each other when it's like, well, maybe we should be policing the police because there are bigger things outside of our range that are trying to oppress us. So why are we doing that?
Okay, so they said that this panel isn't political, and now he's pushing hashtag defund the police.
This panel announcement to like an overtly political topic. No.
Queer people just policing the crap out of each other when it's like, well, maybe we should be policing the police because there are bigger things outside of our range that are trying to oppress us.
All right, that was the drag panel.
As predicted, my reaction outperformed the real drag panel video. I considered making a breakdown of all the terrible points, but I didn't think it was worth my time. The drag panel was very boring, and it was hard to stay focused on all the bullshit they were spewing. The drag panel was garbage. In addition to the drag panel, Wikipedia is also a part of the Disney Star Wars gay hierarchy. They added pronouns to all the characters on their website. I took it upon myself to troll Wikipedia. I pretended to be a blue-haired commie and used their logic against them. The term young adult is an age-discriminative term. You also failed to mention Daniel's pronouns. You're triggering my anxiety. What kind of alt-right website are you running? Now, if you haven't noticed, my approach with this is to be very left-leaning, very progressive, to see if that will trigger them enough to block me. And if they do block me, they are the biggest hypocrites in the Star Wars community. I have made several critiques this morning in regards to the way you run this Twitter account. I have yet to hear a response. Hashtag silence is violence. I have been blocked by the shills at Wikipedia. My only crime was being too progressive. Earlier today, I called them out for failing to mention pronouns, discriminative terminology, and assuming gender. In my last reply, I questioned their lack of pronouns in their Twitter bio. So there you have it. Wikipedia has blocked me on Twitter along with everyone else in the community. In the end, they blocked me, proving they're hypocrites and can't handle it when their ideology is used against them. They can't handle it when someone raises the bar and is even more progressive than them. I had so much fun trolling Wikipedia, I wanted to do it again. I'm Fuck Greedo first. I'm 23 from Portland. My pronouns are they, them. I got the trans flag, pride flag, and Ukraine flag. I support BLM, all cops are bastards. I love all Star Wars and large penises. Hashtag AOC 2028. Once the profile was completed, I followed some shills to make the account look more authentic. The primary objective is Pelimoto from The Mandalorian.
Dated a Jawa for a while. They're quite furry. Very furry.
It has been confirmed she dates Jawas. She fingers them, gargles their balls. She fucks Jawas. This is interspecies dating, most accurately described as bestiality, zoophilia. But for today's video, we are just gonna call it pansexual. Man, woman, trans, kangaroo, Jawa, it doesn't matter. Pan equals all. Pelimoto is sexually attracted to all of it. Pelimoto is a pansexual. If you don't agree, you're a bigot. Wikipedia. I was browsing through the LGBTQ+ characters on your website. I noticed that Pelimoto is not on there. She had a confirmed relationship with a Jawa. She is pansexual. Can you please make an update? No reply. I tried again the next day, and again the next day. Finally, early in the morning on May 8th, I was blocked. I was blocked by Wikipedia. I requested that Pelimoto be added to their list of LGBTQ characters. She had a canon relationship with a Jawa. She is pansexual. Wikipedia refused. They preach they're all about inclusion and representation. They are clearly not. They chose to silence me. I even tagged a bunch of shills. I accomplished my goal, but I wasn't satisfied. Something was still burning inside. Something that was unfinished.
I realize all too well ending the video now might be unfulfilling for you, but perhaps you can talk to someone you're familiar with.
An old friend like Master Pink Milk.
That's possible. His Discord server just became public.
Completely outraged by my interaction with Wikipedia, with no help from the shills I tagged, I decided to preach to the highest courts of the gay community in the Star Wars fandom. Perhaps I could pull a Palpatine and start a war involving Wikipedia and the LGBTQ community. Regardless if I'm trolling, I believe my cause lines up with their ideology. Enter the Steam Room. Hello, big fan of the channel. Thank you for all you do. You're not going to believe this. I asked Wikipedia to update their website and include Pelimoto. She had a canon relationship with a Jawa. She is pansexual. This is how they responded. As a pansexual myself, I was heartbroken and outraged. Because I didn't agree with them, I was blocked. I would have never guessed that the people who run Wikipedia are a bunch of homophobic bigots. I ask for your help. Let's make our voices heard. Who are they to gatekeep who belongs in the LGBTQ community? I'm just so disgusted. A few hours later, Pink Milk himself responded. I saw all this on Twitter. I didn't know they blocked you. That's not cool. So he saw all of this. I tagged him. That gay Jedi, the Sexplains, but no one came to my defense. I think it's also really important to remember that just because someplace like Wikipedia, or even Lucasfilm for that matter, doesn't recognize something that you see, don't let that take your joy away from it. Look at the absolute beautiful things and visions. Canon isn't the end-all be-all. Keep voicing what we see, what we want, and maybe one day someone will make something so undeniable that it will be canon. I hope this all makes sense. Unbelievable. This isn't the same Pink Milk I've seen have Star Wars meltdowns on Twitter. He's restrained. He doesn't want to fight Wikipedia on this. I responded, we can't stand for this. Wikipedia needs to face the consequences of their bigotry.
I don't feel comfortable doing things unless it's an actionable cause. Secondly, I'm not here to get publicly involved in run-of-the-mill spats.
Oh, so being silenced for voicing inclusion is just a run-of-the-mill spat. If I was just some random Star Wars fan that saw Pink Milk say Boba Fett was gay, and I told them that canon and facts say he's not, I'd be ripped apart. You've seen my previous videos on Pink Milk. I'd be called homophobic. All his followers would join in, but when it comes to Wikipedia, they say nothing. And yeah, you can argue I'm reaching in the term pansexual, but that's what Pink Milk and his community does. That's what Wikipedia does. Obi-Wan isn't bisexual, neither is Luke. How many of the 163 characters they have labeled gay are actually gay? Half? 25%? Most of them, they're reaching on. But with Pelimoto, this is not up for debate. Well, I knew exactly what I was doing the whole time. Pink Milk validated this entire video and Pelimoto's pansexuality. Han fuck Greedo first. It's just such a difficult thing. It is okay to be disappointed, frustrated even. I get it. But for me personally, I do it every fight. I think there are more things we should talk about. I agree she appears to be very open. I refer to her as our pansexual queen. I think there is a conversation and questions asked of Lucasfilm to show this more explicitly. I mean, if I'm going to be really honest, Din Cobb is a very real thing to me. I too believe the text backs it up, but at this point, I can't really claim them. What I can do is enjoying seeing myself in them. It's how I watch the show. Always through a Din Cobb tinted lens because it brings me joy. But I don't know if it can be recognized as canon right now. I hope talking this out with other queer folks is helping ease the disappointment here. The next day, I was exposed by the Mist Empress.
Troll, by the way. I could smell it a mile away. But dude, at least learn to be somewhat subtle.
Subtle? Have you seen the profiles of other Twitter users? What is it about the Han fuck Greedo first profile that screams troll? Why is this so insane? The Knights in the server suggested it's because I included the I love all Star Wars and large penises. Can't pansexuals like large penises?
Seems to me you're just out here fishing.
These accusations are just homophobia coming from the Pink Milk server. It didn't matter, their minds were already made up. I was banned from the server. The Pink Milk server sided with the homophobic Wikipedia. they've been banned. Thank you to everyone for being lovely people with nuance and perspective not typically found on the internet. Pink Milk also decided to block me on his Twitter. I decided to make a new account, Pelimoto Pansexual. Pelimoto is pansexual. She had a canon relationship with a Jawa. Wikipedia refused to update their LGBTQ characters. The homophobes blocked me. I was out for vengeance. The first thing I did was DM Pink Milk. Coward. I had no idea you were bought and paid for. Then I proceeded to spam Wikipedia. Pelimoto is pansexual. You can't silence me. I will stand up to your homophobia. Update your website now. Meanwhile, Pink Milk responded, "Are you kidding me? You're an a-hole hiding behind fake queer stuff. I see you. We all did." Then Pink Milk does a complete 180 on what he said earlier about Pelimoto. Dating outside your species wouldn't make someone pansexual anyhow. So as far as I'm concerned, you're some homophobe trying to slip up queer peeps so you can turn around and attack queer peeps. Not only I proved Wikipedia were a bunch of hypocrites, I triggered Pink Milk, challenging everything he believes in, and I broke him. That's not what you said earlier. You admitted Pelimoto was pansexual. Keep covering for the homophobic Wikipedia. You're a fraud. Or you're just an incredibly selfish person because everything you've been stating has been centered on you and what you want, what you see. You aren't asking for representation for all, you're asking it for you. You're not selfish? I've seen how you fight other fans about other characters. Interesting you're very quiet on this issue. You even silenced me just like Wikipedia. Hashtag bought and paid for. I asked for your help and you banned me. You were too afraid to fight with me. Coward. Pink Milk spends his time screaming at people that Boba Fett is gay and that Din Cobb is canon. He does this with zero evidence. Anyone that doesn't agree with him are called a homophobe. But when I do the same thing with Pelimoto with canon evidence, it's not legitimate. I'm selfish. I'm selfish for acting the same way he does. Pink Milk proceeds to lie. I don't ever fight fans. I'm pretty sure you're a straight person over there with my drag queen because you're not getting the vibe. It's all good. I'm not for everyone. I've seen your Twitter. Don't lie to me. I thought you, of all people, would be willing to help. Boy, was I wrong. It turns out he didn't really believe everything he was saying. He sided with the homophobic Wikipedia. Back to Wikipedia, I was blocked again. Wikipedia refused to acknowledge Pelimoto's pansexuality and refused to update their website. I was too progressive for them. They are bigots. And so is Pink Milk. He's a Disney shill and a fake LGBTQ activist. Sometime during our DMs, he knew it was me. He could feel the dark side closing in on his shill bubble. He was facing an opponent, not even with the resources of the Disney Star Wars gay hierarchy. He could not defeat me. He was nothing but a tool used by Disney, a bump in the road for the Knights of Melvin to hashtag avenge Star Wars. Where's a fight? Go make another video about me. Darth. If that's true, and that's who you really think I am,
then maybe your best course would be to tread lightly.
Pink Milk was shaken by this encounter. Initially laughs at the Breaking Bad gif, but like a typical fake victim, acts like he's being threatened when the cameras are rolling.
Our Discord was invaded by someone. I kicked them off. Then they entered my DMs on Twitter, threatened violence against me and my family, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot.
Shortly after that, the pressure, the anxiety, the fear of being in the Star Wars fandom got to him, and he shut down his channel. Now he has rebranded to Bird Poop, a YouTube channel inspired by his love of 80s and 90s toys with a mix of modern queer vibes. 4 months earlier,
That gay Jedi had his own Star Wars meltdown and essentially threw in the towel, suggesting he will take his channel in a different direction.
I also wanted to say that, like, I'm gonna keep making Star Wars videos, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be making exclusively Star Wars videos at this point. If I'm like making videos just about Star Wars and I'm just getting like a shit ton of like hateful little bigots and trolls in my comment section, I'm gonna be making videos about whatever I want at this point. I will be finally doing a Seems Gay video on Luke Skywalker. And also, like, what better way to let everyone know that has a problem with me that I am not stopping by making a Seems Gay video about the hero that started it all. So yeah, Seems Gay, Luke Skywalker is on its way.
He also shut down his Twitter account.
All droid units must shut down immediately.
Very good, my lord.
The Disney Star Wars gay agenda is still at large, but their top 2 channels have been destroyed or severely crippled by the Knights of Melvin. The Star Wars drag panel. It happened at Celebration, but it came at a cost. The battle was definitely won by the real Star Wars fans of George Lucas. I will continue to monitor that gay Jedi, the Disney Star Wars gay agenda. I will continue to expose Star Wars Sexplained, Disney's top Disney shill. And if the Star Wars gay agenda rises again, I will be there to crush it. Because that's my purpose. That's what I choose to do with my platform. I'm Darth Melvin, leader of the Knights of Melvin, and we are going to avenge Star Wars.
I never said thank you.
And you'll never have to.